And it's all beginning to bloom. And I'm not normally have issues. I normally do not have issues with pollen and whatnot in the air. But this spring seems to be telling a different story for me this year. Usually that hits me in the fall when my doctor thinks, and I think it's probably ragweed in the fall. So I wanted to show you the weeping cherry tree and the flowers. Those are, the small flowers are daylilies. Domestic, I guess you'd call them domestic daylilies, not wild daylilies. Can't wait to get back out here. So my weeping cherry tree that was really showing off the little cherry blossoms is covered in a dust or a dusting of snow this morning. You can see just a wee bit of the moon. And maybe you all can't. So that's what's going to be on my agenda today. Working in the kitchen. I will be pulling everything here out of the refrigerator, checking the dates on the salad dressings and anything that needs to be checked. The dates need to be checked on it, and cleaning out what needs to be. And then once I have everything pulled out, I will go ahead and give the refrigerator a very thorough washing, cleaning down. So that's one of my projects for today. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pull the racks out of both my upper and lower oven, and I'm gonna turn those on to clean and hope that it works, because the last time that I did this on my upper oven, it didn't seem to do the job. So I'm hoping that's not burnout or whatever has happened to it, that no longer works. On the upper oven. We do have a call in, and we just got to set up a date for him to come out and take a look at that. So I've gone ahead and removed the racks that were in the oven, so I can go ahead and get these turned on to start cleaning while I'm doing the other projects here in the kitchen. And yes, it is a bit nasty. It has gotten some use now that I'm back into the swing of cooking. For some reason, we have to eat. We don't understand it. Not only can it be expensive, but it can be a chore sometimes, preparing it and getting it together. So that's where I'm going to start, by getting the oven started cleaning. So it can be cleaning while I do my cleaning here in the kitchen. So what I did is I just pushed the precise clean, and then I selected the upper oven and just went by what it told me to do, and it's locked down, and it's doing, hopefully it's doing its magic in there. I was thinking I used to do both of them at the same time, and maybe I can, and I've just forgotten how. But that says it's gonna take 4 hours, so that one's locked down for 4 hours. So project one here in the kitchen of working in the kitchen, racks removed. Upper oven is in the first stages of the cleaning. Now 4 hours from now it will unlock, and then of course I will wait just a little bit before I try to wipe out the ashes. So I will show you the before and after of the ovens and see what kind of job they did this round of self-cleaning. So I'm gonna get on in my day and do those things that I said I'm going to do. It's one thing to say it, and it's another thing to get rolling and getting it done. This week, I'm actually just gonna focus on the kitchen and do a very thorough cleaning here in the kitchen and work my way through the house and do this again, preparing for the spring and the summer. Spring and summer are very busy times and fall of month for me, because not only am I continuing to tend to the inside of the house, I also start the outside work. So I'm gonna be in full-on mode here before long. So saying that, I wanted to let you all know that I'm gonna be taking the videos back to Tuesdays and Thursdays in place of uploading or having them upload to go live on Monday. You seeing Monday video, Wednesday video, and Friday videos. I'm going to set I'm gonna set it to 2 days a week for now until I can get the swing of doing the YouTube along with my other chores and other work, as well as welcoming a new dog into our home. Sophie, my daughter, Sophie's her name, the dog's name, I've already named her. My daughter and son-in-law have 2 healers, one red healer and one blue healer, and they had puppies. The 2 boys didn't survive, and they have the 2 girls. So out of the 2 girls, I asked about us homing Sophie and the white, that she's starting to show some blue or black markings now. And they said yes. So we are not only preparing our home for Sophie, well, I should say not only have we started preparing our heart for Sophie, our lives for Sophie, we're also preparing our home. We've not been without a pet, a dog, in our home since our marriage. And Bella passed, it was 1 year this December, 2017 December. It'll be 2 years this December 2018. And this is the longest we've ever been without a pet. And my heart still grieves Bella deeply. And Sophie is like a totally opposite breed of what Bella was. Bella was full Maltese, AKC registered, with a lot of health issues that we felt like we were the home for her. We didn't know she was going to have health issues, but I'm very blessed and thankful that she was put into our life and that we were able to care for her in the manner that we were able to care for her. And even her vet said, you all went above and beyond. She was diagnosed with diabetes, and someone says they don't usually live long after being diagnosed with diabetes. Well, she lived a couple years, and the vet said it's because of the care that we gave her with her prescribed dog foods and her insulin twice a day, and making sure that her sugar levels stayed where they're supposed to, and when they were too high, do what we need to do, bring them down. And then when they were too low, we would need to do what we need to do to bring them up. That's something else I'm doing, because I'm the one that's going to be with Sophie the most. And in the past, the dogs that we've had have been the one to train them. And I will be training Sophie. So hopefully I'll get to bring you all along with that. Actually, I just invested in a small, very inexpensive GoPro and some gear to strap the GoPro on me to take you along during the training process. Sophie is a cattle dog, what's considered, or she is a cattle dog. And they're cattle dogs for a reason. They're tough. So that's another reason I'm going to take my live dates from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to Tuesdays and Thursdays to work my way through the house as we prepare for our new Sophie to be home. And that's going to be about the 3rd week in April. So we got to chop and get some stuff done. And the Tuesday and Thursday schedules, that will start next week. You will see 3 videos up this week for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then for Monday, it's going to be the cleaning of the stove and the refrigerator. I just ran upstairs. So I brought them to the upstairs bathroom, and I put a towel, I lay a towel, or put a towel in the bottom of the tub so I can lay the oven racks on top of the towel. That helps me to keep from scratching the bottom of the tub up. And of course, you know I'm using my Dawn dishwashing liquid and warm to hot water. It's not as hot as I would like for it to be. So I'm gonna let those soak while I continue to do my projects that I have assigned for me to do today, that need to be done today on this cold, snowy day. So lights off and back downstairs. Okay. So the rags, they are clean but stained. They are clean. There's my sink with my Dawn dishwashing liquid and hot water, and I will also spray down the contact paper. And the refrigerator blew up. Not really, maybe I should not even say that. Everything's been taken out of the refrigerator. Now I'm gonna go through the dates, remove some lids like from the ketchup and wash that, make sure it's all clean under there. And I went ahead and just took the drawers out. I removed the drawers and the shelves, and I will just take the contact paper out for now and put one drawer or shelf in at a time and wash it and dry it and wipe the contact paper off or clean it off and put it back in the drawer or shelves that will fit. I can see some's just really looking like it's pretty sad, so we may have to dispose that, throw that away. And the little Lazy Susans, pull those out and you can see they get funk on them. So give those a very good thorough. I will show you why it is good for me to pull my drawers out every now and then and take a peek at what was going on. Something has gotten spilt and it's all yucky here on the bottom, under the bottom drawer. So that's why it's good to look under those drawers every now and then. You may not know what's under there. It's empty. I'm gonna get to cleaning, because if I leave my door standing open too long, it starts screaming at me, and I don't know why that gets on my last nerve for my refrigerator or any kind of alarm clock beeper. I feel like it's screaming at me, and I'm just like, be quiet already. I'm gonna go grab my iPad, turn on some YouTube, and I'm gonna just get with the cleaning. Hopefully this will help motivate you to take a peek in your refrigerator, discard what needs to be discarded, clean up what needs to be cleaned up, and clean under the dreaded drawers and shelves. Chop chop. Gotta get and I forgot to say, and the gloves. I had to go get a magic eraser. Looks like this gal is going to need to use the magic eraser on the lower level. There is just no telling how long that's really been in there. Under there. So, oh my gravy, y'all. That leakage stain that was down here under the lower drawer, it took some elbow scrubbing, some elbow work to get that to come up, and you can see I wasn't able to get it up way back there in those corners, but I got the majority of it up off of this lower shelf here. So I just cleaned up the drawer in here. I've been taking out the little contact paper inserts. I've been taking those out and just submersing the entire drawer. Well, I couldn't submerge this one. I had it actually standing up here and scrubbing it, and then I rinsed it with the, as you can see, the sprayer nozzle here. And I just take the inserts out like that and clean the drawer up very thoroughly. And now I'm gonna put the liner back in. I got some raggy rags, don't I? They get a lot of use. I went ahead and just brought my bucket of rags in here somewhere, because I go through a lot of rags when I get into this deep down. I have to use some elbow grease to get the dirt off. I go through a lot of rags. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna get that drawer put back in and get the liner cleaned off and put what goes in it back in there. And I did take some of the stuff that didn't need to be sitting out in here on the counter too long, which is less than 30 minutes. I took it out to the garage refrigerator. So that's where I'm at right now. And these are the things that I've gone over and looked at the dates. And sometimes you will see doubles in our refrigerator, and you might be like, why two mustards? Is it two different name brands that you like? But why two mustards? Why are two mustards open? We go camping. We have a camping trailer. So when we go camping, we do a lot of the shopping once we get to our destination and the camper set up. Then we'll run into the grocery store, and sometimes we get a pack of like the mustard, the sweet relish, and it will be like the ketchup in these kind of bottles too. And as you can see, we go through a lot of ketchup when we are camping. It's just what I'm doing. I removed the liner, the contact paper liner that I bought several years ago. I may end up replacing those this summer. We'll see. No promises to myself. But look at the stack of rags I have going. I was trying to look around and see if I have any more, but I try to keep them all in one area. But that's just the way I roll when it comes to deep, thorough cleaning. I go through some rags. And this drawer is the one that goes on the very bottom. That's really supposed to be a soda compartment. We use it for other things other than soda because we keep our sodas out in the garage refrigerator. But ooh, I was about to scream. I can't get this back in. And I think I've had that problem before. And Ken's like, here, let me do it. So hopefully that won't have to stay out very long. I will work with it again once I get everything else done and have a little more patience. But a lot of you say you have a lot of patience. There are some things I do have a lot of patience in, and then there's some things like that, even though that's something small, it just, oh, I could just scream, and I'm sure neighbors 3 or 4 houses up could hear me just, ah, and they would know I was frustrated because I usually go like, really? The oven has done what it's supposed to do. It's still beeping, so I think that's right, like that. It's telling me it's in the cool down cycle. So it's still locked, so we can't take a peek in there to see if it's done what it's supposed to do. And I just took my time doing the refrigerator into the sink with my Dawn dishwashing liquid, warm to hot water, and washed the drawers and the shelves and the liner that I have in there. I took that out so I could wash the drawers and shelves, and then put the liner back the best I could. And I'll show you how many towels I really went through. Yeah, I took my time. At first I was like, I want to get this done, I want to get this done. So I just assigned those 2 areas for my chore to get done today. So the upper oven has shut off, but it's still locked. It won't let me open it yet, and it keeps beeping at me, and I assume that's telling me that it's through cleaning, but it's still locked. It did allow me to go ahead and get the bottom oven started, and it says 2 hours and 45 minutes to clean the lower oven. So we're on. So I assigned the 2 kitchen chores to myself today that I just had to get done. Clean the ovens, the racks, get that put back together. That's not done yet, so I have to wait another 2 hours, almost 3 hours before I can do what I need to do there. And while that was doing, hopefully it's magic that it's supposed to do with the self-cleaning, that's a lot of towels. I pulled every drawer out, every shelf out, removed the contact paper from the drawers and the shelves, and clean under those. I put these completely in my sink with the Dawn dishwashing liquid and the warm to hot water, and got it sparkling clean. Yay. I took everything out of the drawers here, these plastic containers. I took everything out, completely put them in the sink with the water, washed those, dried them, and put back the liners that were in them or that would go back in them. Went over some dates of some salad dressing, and some other odd and ends. I think I had to go ahead and throw out my Worcestershire and my lemon juice, but I wrote those on our ongoing list. We write those down until we get our order submitted. So that's what it looks like, spending a couple to few hours on my fridge. But I feel good about it. I feel really accomplished. I feel like I was able to get quite a bit done. I don't pull everything out like that every time I clean it, as in the drawers and the rack. I might take the stuff that's in the refrigerator out and put it all here on the island. That way I can look at the dates, see what needs to be thrown away, see what needs to be cleaned up, and then put it back. But I don't take out the drawers and the shelves like I did today. I started off with the Dawn and the water with this rag here. This rag also has like a little scrubby pad side net, scrubby net on the other side. I used that in there, and that wasn't bringing it up. So I ended up spraying it down with the Leesah all-purpose cleaner 2, 3 or more times. And I let it sit and went back and used the net scrubby side. Still couldn't get all of it up. So I ended up pulling out a magic. So I just ended up having to go get one of the magic erasers and take it to that area down there that had something spilled or leaked down in there, and no telling how long it had been in there. So I've got to go put a load of cleaning rags and towels in the wash and get my dishwasher turned back on and just wait on the bottom one to clean, and then I can wipe both of them out at the same time and get the rags back in. And then tomorrow, coming back to the same place, different chores, different day, and I'm going to wash down all of the granite countertops here, and then I'm going to polish them as well as the sink. I will polish the sink too, and maybe the stainless steel for tomorrow. So I'm just going to keep chipping away at it, chore by chore, until I get the kitchen completely done and move to the next room. And I'm just going to get everything I need to get done in here and then move on probably to the living room. So if you liked hanging out with me, just popping in and out with me, seeing what I was able to accomplish, let me know. And you might want to check back Wednesday and Friday of my last week of doing 3 videos a week, and then next week it will be 2 videos a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now I'm just waiting on the lower oven to do what it's supposed to be doing, and then when it cools down, I'll get to wipe out the ash. Hopefully it turned to ash. If it didn't turn to ash, that means it didn't clean like it's supposed to, and get the racks back in, and I will call today's chores done for in here, because now I'm doing a load of the rags and the towels and stuff, and I put them on a nice heavy hot load to get those rags nice and clean and disinfected. And while I was at it, I pulled out the step stool and climbed on up here and did the top of the refrigerator. So I'm pretty excited over what I was able to get done today. Now I can put that away. So I hope this was able to motivate you to take on 1 or 2 areas in your kitchen and just focus on that one area or 2 areas if they're smaller areas, both of them, and just keep working on it until you get it completely where you want it. And then that will free you up to move on to another area. Y'all, I think this is where I'm gonna wrap it up, call this video a wrap. See you back Wednesday and then again Friday. Hopefully I will have some very interesting and fun videos ahead in our near future. Maybe in the comment section below you can tell me what area that you plan to tackle in the near future, and hang with it until it gets done the way you want it done. But this is where I think I'm gonna wrap this one up, close it up, and this is where I'm gonna say, until we meet again, you all take good care, and bye-bye.